UTF Radio, highly unique radio. We're here at Punto The Spot, powered by Adventure Music.
What it do, what it is, it's your boy Michael Payton, a.k.a. M. Payton, a.k.a. we here now, baby. You tuned in right now to Punto The Spot. Shout out to Dex, shout out to Chris Gotti, shout out to Adventures Music, man. We here, man.
I'm saying we got a guest in the building today. We got a guest in the building today that I want to bring to the mic. I'm not going to tell you his name. I want him to do everything. What I'm going to say to this, if you haven't already checked out the unauthorized documentary of Irv Gotti and Murder, Inc., you need to go check it out. Once again, that's something that's on YouTube, too. So come into the stage, come into the mic, at the round table. I want you to introduce your company and tell them who you are and
how it all came about.
Exactly.
Oh, man, no pressure. Well, my name is Michael Payton.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm the founder of the brand csweetmusic.com. Basically, man, my whole brand, my whole thing is about bridging hip-hop with the highest levels of our society, so bridging politics, business, to, telling these stories that need to be told from, our cultural perspective. So I've done a few documentaries. I'm a big on documenting history and giving people the real. So I've done several of these documentaries. I did one on Hove. I did one on a whole bunch of people. But the one thing that I wanted to do was tell the story about Murder Inc. Murder Inc. Records and Irv and Chris Gotti. And I put it together myself, put it up on YouTube. I think we tapped like 100,000 streams, and somehow, some way, divine intervention kicked in, and Irv seen it, Chris seen it, and here I am right now.
Give them up some claps for that.
Definitely.
Right there.
Absolutely. Listen,
real claps.
I watched it. I watched it maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, just in the crib by myself.
Dope.
Or maybe like an hour from now, like in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched it, and after I watched it, I texted Chris some personal stuff because I was able to understand, how they built it and how it was taken from them.
Mm-hmm.
But then, it's my Bible Loud shit. Then the things I told you was was coming.
Yeah.
Woo-wee! Right? Because in life, sometimes, I think that you get at a level, so you must, things are going to happen. Mm-hmm. I told my son that today. He's going to college. I said, expect the worst, but out of the worst situation, may the best thing occur. So out of that worst case scenario, you didn't go to prison, right? You lost all that money. You might have lost the business. You find yourself, and if that doesn't happen, you don't create adventures. Irv is in that Tales now.
Right.
You don't have a documentary to fucking put together.
Right.
Right? Like, think about things. No, I'm just saying,
a
right?
fact, Dinero.
Well, for me,
that's
when
true.
I seen that documentary, Irv had seen it and was like, yo, there's a documentary. And I seen it. So I went to the link. I see unauthorized. First thing, I'm the business side. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get on this motherfucker. But I said, let me look at it. And I was like, after I finished watching, it was so well put together.
Right? Like, thank you.
You touched on
everything.
Some things again that I didn't know. You said you researched it, but you got into details that I didn't think you could really get into. But he did say he heard interviews after I spoke. That's how you found out some of the information, or else I'd have thought you was a Fed or something. Because
honestly, CG, I thought it was official.
No,
listen,
I keep it a buck. I spoke to him when I spoke to you. I let him know. I said, listen, the documentary is on point.
Yeah.
So I was happy with it. I said, there's only a few things that you didn't know. Like we was talking earlier, so you heard some stuff that isn't in the documentary, and there's no way you would have known. Because me and my brother, we didn't talk about all these things. But there was so much stuff that went on in that time, in that moment. And again, we was just pushing through.
Right.
We didn't even think about
Survivor though.
We didn't even think about the whole picture like everyone looks at it now.
Yeah.
We was just pushing through like, fuck, we didn't do nothing. We keep moving.
Right.
So but it was bigger than that. It was more important. And that documentary kind of pointed out. And now what's going on? Tell everyone what's going on with you now after that.
Well, it's like a roller coaster ride, man. But I chopped it up with Irv, and Irv was going to bring me into Visionary Ideas.
Yes.
And I'm going to work on the official documentary.
Facts.
That's going to be distributed widely.
Right.
It's going to be the main thing. Yeah, thank you.
Again, we try to empower again people and help people. We did it our whole lives, and that's all that is. It's seeing someone that had talent, did it on his own, researched things, put it together. It inspired us to say, get in touch. And look, me and Irv moved separately. Yeah. Great minds think alike, right? So Irv moved and got in touch with him. And when I get in touch with him, he said, yeah, I just spoke to your brother. I didn't even know that. I didn't tell Irv I was calling you and getting in touch with you. Right. But and again, energy. that's energy. That's crazy.
You're supposed to be here, my brother.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy when you did that, like you said you had, and it was so accurate. And there's things, because I know shit that he's told me that's not. And I'm sitting here, I text, this is my man, I'm texting, I'm saying, man, the way you put it in 30 minutes, when you're attached to this family, you go through it. I went through it with you, Chris. I'm like, and I'm saying, yo, where was I at this moment when and you're hearing it on TV, and when you see that they wouldn't fold. You tell anybody 6 months, they didn't fold.
When Zach hit me and told me to check out, because Zach hit me, it's like, D, this is official? Go check out what you're talking about. I went and looked at it. I'm like, yo, damn, dude is kind of accurate, because, you know, like Chris, I was there. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of this, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you was like real accurate. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I just don't know this shit.
I mean, I've been a fan of Murder Inc. and the whole movement since I was, Yee high. You know what I'm saying? So I came up in the music business as an artist.
So was 50. Truth be told.
Say it again.
Truth be told.
Nah, but you know, so coming up in the business as a young entrepreneur, artist, I always studied the model and what they did, how they did what y'all did, Chris. You know, when y'all did it, it was so ill.
Thank you.
You got brothers, I mean, come on, like from the hood that's getting millions of dollars, who's running the whole industry. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all did and how y'all did it, and in the way that the circumstances turned and the way they tried to
how you broke down the Jay-Z, how he met him in Europe with
Irv
the
like
DJing
and everything.
You know.
Come on, man.
I just want to say, like the point that you put out that Murder Inc. and the whole crew is stand-up guys, man. Like that's what resonates with me. B.
Absolutely,
man. More than anything.
Again,
and that story needs to be told.
It's really like humbling again, just because I don't know you.
Right.
And it's like, it's unauthorized, which means he did it.
Right.
If he'd have found out some crazy shit, he would have put it in there.
Right.
If he'd have found out something that wasn't all the way right, he would have said it. Like, we had no control or anything over it. That's why, you know, I put that out to so many people after I got it. I sent the link to everybody. I mean, thousands of people. My Rolodex is crazy.
Right.
Thousands of people. Everyone came back to me.
They
thought it was mine.
Listen,
I did too, CG.
Yeah.
I did too.
I didn't watch it till he asked me the second time. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
When he sent it to me,
I watched it 3 times, Dinero.
I
watched it 3 times.
Wow.
When I reached out and I made the phone call, the first phone call me and you had, before I could even get into why I was calling, we just jumped right into it.
So you called him before Irv and Chris?
No, I told Dex.
I'm saying, Chris.
I'm like, goddamn, Dex.
I said, yo, Dex, get in touch with him. You know, Dex is my right hand. If you don't know, Dex is my right hand. I said, yo.
And that was going to come out. Once again, Dinero's a Babala. He see what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
And sometimes he just disrupts me, man. You see what I'm saying? But like I was saying, so you told me, I learned, one of the first things I learned, he was from California.
Yeah.
If anybody know anything about Murder Inc., when we broke Ja Rule and his music from
LA.
West Coast.
LA.
So right there, I'm like, damn,
Then
he's from the West Coast.
Yeah.
So he's seen it from a whole
California.
different light that the New York people ain't seen it, and he was accurate with his stuff. And like I said, man, you threw your cards on the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it was a gamble, because when I first got that call, when I got that message from Irv on Instagram, I was like, oh shit. And then when Chris followed up, I was like, oh shit, here's the real lawsuit. So
you thought lawsuits.
I wanted
right?
But you dealing with stand-up dudes.
But once again, just for our listeners, right? Because you took a gamble, you did the research, you put everything together. That's you. I commend you for that. Now, when you seen that first post or tweet come through from Irv or Chris, honestly, like, describe your feeling.
Man, it was, I'll tell you, man, it was euphoria. And you know why? That day, man, I'm just lost my mother last month, man.
You told me that.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, like literally, and y'all have to understand how ill and how God works, man. Like, the day I buried my mom, I said, you know what? I'm going to go see the movie Us. I'm going to get my mind off shit, whatever. And I just sit down in the theater with my popcorn and my drink, and my phone started vibrating, and niggas just hit me on the ground like, "Yo, Irv is looking for you." I was like, "Oh, here we go. This day's gonna get even
That's
worse."
your mother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's your mother working.
No word.
Exactly.
But when
That's
I
a
found
fact.
out, it was like, wow, this is meant to be.
Let the Bible out talk.
Because she knew how much this project meant to you.
Yes. Yeah. No, real shit.
And the minute she crosses over, the first thing she does,
Connect me with Irv.
woo!
No, real shit.
Real, bro.
I'm gonna
Aight.
keep it real. My mom was the biggest Murder Inc. Irv Gotti fan in the world. Like real
Hey!
shit. God strike me dead if I'm lying. Like
Okay.
You wouldn't lie about something
Nah,
like that.
When
Not
she
at
when
all.
she watched when I put it together, she was like, if they
Wow.
see that, they might want to, you know what I mean? And it was like, and it's crazy because the doc had been out since October.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
the
what I mean?
crazy part. It
They've been
wasn't
out-
just out when I
Nah.
found it. It's
Right.
been out.
It proves that it takes time for things to grow, to simmer, marinate
Right.
before it's time. It's time.
Right. And then just everything happened in such a divine way that's like, I'm meant to be here. To me, you know, you can't nobody tell the story other than these brothers themselves and everyone who was here. It's like I was meant to tell the story.
I said that earlier.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here.
Right.
Because it impacted my life. You know, as a young brother growing up, like knowing what I could do, seeing that way they moved, and it, like you connect the dots. Okay, if it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have X, you wouldn't have J, you wouldn't have
Okay.
Devin.
Yeah.
You know,
Steve Milan, Little Mo, I could go
He
on.
doing, he
You know
doing
what
the
I mean?
knowledge.
This
you know what I'm
long.
saying?
He's doing the
Like,
knowledge.
So once you connect
Yeah.
the dots, it's like, oh, this is some
I
real.
just-
Hey, you know
Hey,
what
I
I knew
broke
he
down-
knew stuff when he talked the DMX story about putting the 5
Yeah,
minute.
the five-
You
Yeah,
know,
I
you
know
tell
the-
that story because you was in there.
certain
things-
Who
Yeah,
else
yeah.
could tell that story? You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
So when he said that shit, I was like, wait a second.
That's a fact, though.
Hey.
You know what's crazy is again you're here, and you know again we're very spiritual. I know when we say Babala, he's my spiritual leader right here.
Yo.
So again, at the end of the day, when you tell your mother just passed, man, it's a blessing to even have you here. That's
It's a
it.
blessing to
You're
be here.
supposed to
Real,
be
real
here.
talk.
You're supposed to be
be
here. That's a fact.
It really
And then again, like when you said everything, me and Irv are not even next to each other talking about it or anything, and we're both sitting there saying the same thing. Again, like I said, great minds think alike. He's seen it, thought it was great. I seen it, thought it was great. He reaches out to you. I reach out to you a little bit later. I think I would have probably beat him to the punch. I just kept forgetting to tell Dex. No, seriously. I kept forgetting to tell Dex. And then when I hit Dex, like, he got you the next day or the right?
day.
Same day. Like he got you the same day. And he's
I've
like, yo, I
tracked
got
that
him, and he
ass
sent me everything. But at the end of the day, it was just a blessing to get that done. And now to see you gonna be working with
sir.
us with making the next one, the official,
Yes,
because
sir.
we'll go in and peel that onion even further back. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma
And
say
get
again,
into
I'ma
more
say
Soon,
things.
y'all.
You needed this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Your
I needed
mom
this
had passed away and you was lost.
completely.
And she knew it.
I mean, like right away, I was.
Listen
yeah.
to me. She knew it. And if she didn't make this move, you didn't know what you were gonna do next.
You know, we was
That's
talking
God.
early in the studio before you
Yes.
came here. We was talking, and I mentioned a few new things like you didn't know about us. Let's say me and my brother. And I really, again, I'm so interested in putting these things together. But Irv is the ultimate visionary. That's his. This is like I told you in the room. Irv, Murder Inc. is Irv's baby. I'm the uncle to Murder Inc.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Adventure Music, El Punto. This is my babies.
Okay.
So Irv is the uncle to these.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's not like he's not the uncle. He's the uncle here. But at the end of the day, I also told you that story about the ship, the Titanic.
Titanic, yep.
If I want to run into that fucking iceberg, let me run it. I'm gonna run into it. You want to get out? There's a dinghy over there. Jump off the boat, and go ahead and save yourself. But I'm gonna keep going. So you know, it was again. It's great. I know we got to get off here.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to make sure you touch the mic,
Fact.
pause,
Yeah,
and get
pause.
on and just
Pause.
speak about your, you know what I'm saying, and
Nah.
get to explain your story and just, you know, how it all came together. That's all.
No, real quick before we go, I just want to definitely thank you, Chris, and,
Yeah,
and your
no
brother
problem.
Irv. I know he's gonna be lit. He's gonna hear this at some point.
Oh yeah, he gonna catch it.
And I just want to thank y'all for being stand-up dudes. You know, like you said, this was meant to be. I
Yeah.
needed this. The culture needs this more importantly. The culture needs to understand this story.
You know, they're trying to
understand-
write us off the book,
Nah,
out
but
the
we're
books.
not gonna let that happen.
That can't happen.
Not
Not
gonna
let that
happen.
Can't happen.
We have to understand on YouTube and the internet is the craziest wild place in the world. When you look at the comments on the video, it's like it's like 98% love, and that's that just shows you how powerful the story is and how much people need to
It's
need
dope.
to hear it.
Yeah.
Over a spliff and a drink is dope. B. Every night.
The story is dope. I'm just telling the story, but what these guys did is legendary, and I'm just so blessed and honored to be just a blip in this conversation.
Yo,
So
I watched it
thank you.
at least 5 times already.
Now you know what I feel like, right? To be around them.
It's a
and
blessing.
shit, man.
It's a
You know what I'm
blessing.
saying? For
Yeah,
real.
thank you
learning that.
again
I want
for
to
coming. No, I just want to thank him again for coming and being here and experiencing this El Punto The Spot. You know what I'm saying?
Great
taking
things.
that
Hey,
chance.
Listen, 2019 hasn't necessarily started so great for you, but I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a great year for you and going forward. Again, your mom has your back. She's there. Sometimes we need to. Again, we don't have a specific time. We're all gonna cross over, right? But there's a reason where things happen, and I'm pretty sure at times you get up in the morning and it's surreal that either she's not here, but at the same time you have an excitement now. Like even coming today, knowing you're going to the show, that changes a lot because it gives you something to look forward to, and you needed that. So God bless you.
God
brother.
bless y'all. Thank
So
y'all.
I want to thank all our guests that came out to the El Punto The Spot radio show and podcast. Don't forget to tell a friend to go to YouTube and check out Adventures Music on YouTube. You can also find.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter at C-Suite Music. That's C-Suite. That's S-U-I-T-E Music.
And for our listeners who are interested in watching the documentary, they go to YouTube and do what?
You go to YouTube, you can type in Irv Gotti documentary.
Okay.
Even if you just type in Irv Gotti, it's actually the first thing you see.
Hey Dex, I want to put that. Just another thing before I forget. I want to make sure we put that on my IGTV.
Get it
Okay,
out
I'm
there.
put it on there. But also
it
right
out
now,
there.
if
Great.
you want to see it and you don't have YouTube, you can go to www.adventuresmusic.com.
it's up.
Go in our gallery, click on the link. It will take you directly to the YouTube page. Check out our
Yes.
other stuff.
Yeah, we
Once
put it
again,
up.
I want to thank all our affiliates. I forgot to shout out. We got to do this. I want to say to our affiliate, our new affiliate, Indie Jams.
Indie Jams, what's good?
I want to shout out. I want to shout out Rex at Street Certified News, Wild Out Smash Crash Radio out there in Chicago for conducting another link that El Punto's do by conducting that Busy Bone interview for us over there in
Dope.
Chicago.
That's right.
That's one of the things we do. So, you know what I'm saying, our other affiliates, just mind, this is what we're building for us. Once again, I want to tell the public and the world, express all our condolences from Chris Gotti, the whole entire Adventures Music family. I want the world to understand that Nipsey, is just like they say with
Celebrate
Jesus,
his
man,
life.
celebrate his life, understand the principles of what that man was preaching. And when we come back next week, I hope that America has a different insight and outlook on the principle of his lives, especially these black lives, and how
That's
we
a
treat
fact.
one another. Me, myself, I'm going to try to practice hard to follow some of the guidelines and the rules and the codes and shit and uphold. I expect a lot of people to do the same. Zach, it's a pleasure to sit here with these coming weeks. Chris Gotti, man, the words can't express the things that you and your brother have done for me throughout my life and kept me from behind these bars by keeping me busy and giving me opportunity. I was behind them bars. You know what I'm saying? I came home and I did what I did, just like what you're doing now, John. You took that chance. And I've been with Chris and his brother now probably maybe 25 years and better. You know what I'm saying? That I've been out here doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? And Nipsey made me realize, I want everybody to understand that if you shed some tear for Nipsey, it's not just for Nipsey, it's the principles of life, especially black lives, the black and the brown.
That's right.
Well, we
Speak
preaching here at Adventures Music with all our entities, with the visionaries of Chris Gotti, with the religion principles from our Babylon, Don Dinero, with using music as a bridge to the community to pass any positive message through. Rock with us in the future. This is season 2 of El Punto The Spot radio show and podcast.
I want to say
Dinero, go
one thing
ahead.
on the last thing before Nipsey. What Nipsey did, and I think every human being should try this to make a difference, right? And leave a mark, regardless. Your neighbor needs that. Your neighbor, help him with the door, help your fellow human being, right? Do something good. He kept saying about inspiring. You could be a school teacher and inspire. You could be inspire. Try to inspire as many people as you can. And one thing that Chris and his brother have in common is that when they empower you, they're also trying to get you to motivate yourself and to do something bigger. They see something in you that you might not see in yourself.
Exactly.
And that's a skill. They have an incredible skill for that, and I'm definitely indebted. I tell Chris all the time, and Irv has a ton of opportunities for me coming, and I'm just blessed to be around here.
That's
and when
a
I
fact.
seen your documentary, it solidified for me. I told you,
Yeah.
I know why I'm here now.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, that was
Yeah, I know.
Dinero, we where
I
we
texted-
supposed to be,
Right,
Dinero.
right. Everyone's where it's supposed to be. But I would tell people that are listening is we're all gonna go, right? So make your life count. You know,
That's a fact.
Nipsey went at 33, but goddamn, his life
Look at
counted.
the work
That's
he did.
right.
It counted. So because he didn't know.
Right.
And I think that should be the inspiration to all of us.
Right.
To make it count. I was telling my kids the other day before I go, I said, I push you guys to be elite. And elite means if you know you can get an A, but you got a B and you're satisfied in the class, that's not elite.
That's right.
Go for that A. Put in that extra work. You know, see, he tells me today, he's going to RPI. He says, Dad, I want to be honest with you. What? I never studied in high school. I said, well, that's why you think it's going to be tougher, because now you have to study. Be elite. No, be elite.
That's
so I would
right.
tell everyone in your life, be elite. Take no shortcuts. Help your wife. Help your kids. Don't complain. Take
them
out
know,
the garbage.
Dinero.
No, I'm saying the little things,
That's a
because he
fact,
knows.
though.
He
Yeah.
knows. Sometimes I don't commit my family,
Yeah.
but it's because not I want to.
Right.
It's time. You know, I can understand Nipsey never had time for himself because he was giving so much. My brother right here never has time for himself.
Never. Right.
He's always giving.
Right.
But those are your life is so fulfilling when
Right.
you give.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Right.
so incredible. And at times he's by himself. I get it, being a leader, but I'm telling you, your life is fulfilling. So you did something that you didn't think you'd be rewarded for, and now you are going to be rewarded for in so many ways, just with recognition, accolades, and the money will definitely come. So I want to tell you guys that I love you all, and I'm blessed to
That's a
be
fact.
here.
Love you too, bro.
To use this platform, and those that are listening is inspire, be inspirational to anyone in your family, and especially your kids.
That's it.
That's it.
Hit us with that outro.
Peace and love,
DTF
yo.
Radio, highly unique radio. We're here at Punto The Spot, powered by Adventure Music.